Hello everyone, welcome back to another Blender video, and in today's video I'm going to be finishing my goblin. Now, first of all, quick thing, if you have seen the blooper video, then you know I made a neck. I currently do not know how to remove the neck after I saved my file, so for now, I'm just going to keep it. So now here's a small preview of what we're going to do today. In today's video, I'm just going to be finishing up the body and making the legs. Alright, so let's get started. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add mesh cube. Now let me scale this, move it down. I think for a body that might be a good size. Now let me scale it like that. I think that might be a good size for a goblin. And then here, same thing, I'm gonna make the body somewhat like that. Okay, I think that looks good. Now, quick thing, let me change the mirror object here. And I'm going to select the cube over here. So I think that looks good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into edit mode and I'm just going to Control B. So I think that looks good. So let me move this up and then move this and move this in. So I think this looks pretty good for the body. Now in shading, just going to add that material, make him green, and we'll start fixing the body a little once we make the legs. And before we do anything, actually, let me just add the multi-res to my body. And I actually want to quickly try something in sculpt mode. If I were to use my draw tool. Okay, so I kind of just want to sort of slant the body a little lower. It's like that. Okay, so I think that looks good. Let me add another level of subdivision. Okay, let me try one more thing. I want to see if I can use my smoothen tool. Okay, I think I'd rather just go back to the original. Yeah, we'll fix that later. Let me just scale this a little more. Okay, I think that's good. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to click on add, and I'm going to add a UV sphere. So these are for the legs. So I quickly just want to see. I think depending on how small my legs are going to be, let me make this. I think the legs could be at least this small maybe. I think that's good. I'll just make this a normal sphere. Okay, yeah, so that looks good. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into sculpt mode. Or actually, before we go into sculpt mode, I need to add my multi-res to this. So multi-res 1, 2, and then sculpt mode. And now we can start the sculpting. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to find my mask tool. And then I'm just going to fill up the whole bottom part that I can see here. Now if I go here, let me just kind of check my edges a little. I want this part, actually no, I think we can leave it like this. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my move tool, or first actually I need to invert it, Control I. Now I'm going to use my move tool and move this down. And actually for this I kind of want a reference of my goblin to see how long the feet should be. I think this size is pretty good, so I'll use that. Now Alt M. Now let me take everything out again. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find my mask tool, and I'm just going to mask the edges and not the middle. So I'm going to take my minus. Okay, so now that we have that, let me try something. I'm going to Control I, and I'm going to move this down. So now we have this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my smooth, Alt M first, and now I'm going to smooth this bottom out. I want to see if that did anything. Hopefully it did, yes. So this is what I want. Smooth sort of surface. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my X here, and I'm going to find my, let's see, my mask tool, and I'm just going to add a mask over here, about over there. I think that's good. Now let me Control I, and now I'm gonna take my move tool again and sort of bring this out to make it look like a foot. Now we will fix this over here later. Now let me see what it looks like with my goblin. I think that's a good size for the foot. It's a good length. So now what I'm going to do, I will pretty much just smoothen this out a little over here. So let me do that. Let me find my smooth tool first. Here we go. So what if I raise the radius a little more? So I think what I can do is pretty much just put the smoothing in different places. So like this. That looks right. It's getting better. Okay, so now what I want to do, I'm going to try something. I want to start drawing a little with my draw tool. See if this helps in any way. Oh, ooh, wrong thing. It's in the minus. I want it in the plus. But that is not how I wanted it. Okay, so let me try this a little better. First of all, I'm going to take that down. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to redo everything I did before. Okay, so let me see what I can do here. That do. Oh, that is a very deformed foot. That's not what I want it to look like. So I'm pretty much just removing all of this. Let me go back to smooth. Very much the opposite of smooth. It's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Now see, it looks better, but it has this, what do I call it? Sort of like creases. So I want to kind of make it look like it's supposed to be there. So in a way, we can say that instead of this being a foot, this is a shoe. And since I'm testing right now, not actually doing a tutorial or anything, I can say that this is a shoe. But I also need to look at it in different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back onto the Z, kind of just, oh wait, no, it's in minus, sorry. Going to just lift it up a little. Don't mind that, I'm pretty... Did not see that. It has been masking this whole time. I did not know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this down. Okay, so now let me try smoothing it. See if it turns out. Yeah, there we go. Now it's turning out correctly. And it's all because I was still in mask. Okay, so now I'm just going to sort of remove this space here. But actually, I'm going to keep that for now. Let me smoothen it a little more. That's not what I wanted. Yes, like this. So now what I'm going to do Let me see if I can just inflate this a little more. Like that. Now, let me see what the minus inflate can do. Okay, yeah, I think that looks good. Sort of make it look like a shoe. I think this looks pretty nice. So now what I want to do, I want to sort of, okay, I have an idea. I kind of want to make the leg a little more thinner. I feel like that is way too big. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to find my mask tool again, simplify mask. And I'm going to take all of this okay, this part of the leg is already shaded. And the bottom. So I selected all of that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to Control I. Now the mask part, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my scale, and from the top view, just going to, oh wait, nope. That's not what I wanted. Let me invert it again. Oh, oops. Okay, yep, yeah. I don't think I should have done that. Nope, stop. I also did want to make it a little taller. But it also, I think this kind of looks pretty good. Let me just Control I again. Okay. So I think this looks pretty nice. I'm gonna slowly deflate this a little to make it look like a heel. Or not a heel, not a heel. Okay, yeah. So I think this looks pretty good. Now all we have to do is go out of sculpt mode, go into object mode. I want to see how this looks with the goblin. Just make this a little more thin. And then I'm going to go back into sculpt mode. And I think I kind of want to inflate the sides here a little more. Now the bottom is where I need to deflate it. It's not what I meant. Or we could just leave it like how it was. And instead, actually no, wait. Okay, so I think I really like this. This leg looks really nice. Now I'm gonna go back into shading and let me material. I think that looks pretty good. Now all I have to do is let me add another level of subdivision. And let me move it over here. I'm going to make it a little more thin. And now all I have to do is add modifier, mirror, and then mirror it by the cube on the y-axis, not the x-axis. And then make a few small adjustments, like the placements and all that. I'm gonna rotate the legs a little. But at the same time, what I want to do, I want to remove the mirror for a minute. I'm going to change the rotation here by 180. And now I'm going to move it to the side and then mirror it by Y. Now this looks really nice. I can rotate the arms a little more. I'm gonna rotate them back though. Yeah, so I think it looks pretty good. Now it's time to merge all of these together. And actually, before we do that, I pretty much need to duplicate this. Where is it? Copy. And I'm going to paste it. Not this. Delete that. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take out my mirror modifier. Now I have this here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to rotate this by 180. And now I'm just going to move these two until they line up. So now I can take out the mirror modifier here. Let me apply the multi-res. I'm going to do the same for everything else. Apply. I'm going to apply for the legs. I'm going to apply here for the eyes, for the ears, and I already did it for the head. So now what I'm going to do, I need to do the same thing with my legs. So Control C, Control V. I don't know why the body's just, okay. Now what I'm going to do, let me take out my mirror. Or nope, let me keep my mirror. All right, let's see. So I'm going to rotate this until it lines up. So I think that's good. So now if I remove the mirror here, I have two. So now what I can do, I can Control J everything. And then I also want to put these two together. So, or actually, I only want to put the body and the head together, really. So then I can kind of sculpt with the head. Cube 2 and cube 1. And then, nope. Control J. Now these two are not joined yet. Okay, wait, let me try that again. Control J. But now one of the ears is missing. So let me see if it mirrors over. Okay, that's good. At least the mirror's over. So now what I want to do, I want to just try this. And if it does not work, I will switch back. So see, it does not smooth out. I still need to figure that out. But that's something for a future video. Oh, whoa, okay, I need to put this back where it goes. I'm gonna put the arm back. Okay. I think this turned out pretty good. So quick recap of what we did. So in this video, I just made my goblin again. So yeah, let me say this again. So in this video, I pretty much just finished the body for my goblin, and in general just finished the goblin. Here's some views. Now before we end this video, I do just want to quickly name all of my objects. So of course I'm going to call this head. This will be ears. I'll spell that in a minute correctly. This will be body, or ears. Actually, instead of body, I will name this body/torso. The sphere are the eyes. The sphere is that right arm? Right arm. So I'm just gonna call that arm R. I'm gonna call this leg R. This is arm L. And this is leg L. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.